Welcome to this literature searching session for BVMS students. My name's Louise Smith, I'm your subject librarian, and I can be contacted on lsmith53@lancashire.ac.uk. This session will help you to identify and find relevant and trusted sources. Each subject at the university has a dedicated library guide, and I'll be showing you your veterinary subject guide. We'll be looking at developing effective search strategies for a particular project. I'll also tell you about how you can access help and support from myself and my team. And then I will provide some instructions for you to test and save your searches in your own time. So what do we mean by academic and trusted sources? There's a variety of different sources which could be classed as academic and trusted. Of course, it's up to you to verify any trustworthiness or credibility. Studies, trials, and reviews will be found in journal articles. We subscribe to multiple peer-reviewed journals where you will find these articles. Today I will show you how to search for these. There may also be veterinary-specific clinical guidelines and summaries, which could be trusted in throughout your time as a student and also your time as a clinician. Books and ebooks are great places to start. I'll show you how to access your reading list. And there may also be verified and trusted web sources. Of course, these do come with some with caution, and it's up to you to explore the website and assess their credibility. There are, of course, other sources of information available. Things like news, online sources such as blogs and wikis, presentations that you experience at the university, and perhaps video and audio from things like YouTube. These are often good sources of information, but are not really reliable enough to be used in your written work. You can access your subject library guide from the subject A to Z on the library web pages. I will be providing a live demonstration of how to access this. It's important that you plan your search in order to get the best types of literature, the most credible results, and perhaps the most up-to-date content. Starting with your research question or assignment title, map out your keywords. Think about using a veterinary thesaurus and read around the topic for alternative phrasing and synonyms. You might need to identify specific platforms such as Veterinary Source or BSAVA. You'll need to know how to apply different techniques such as Boolean truncation and parentheses. I'll be exploring these soon. Once you've chosen a specific database, it may be appropriate to check the specific date range that you'd like to choose from. This can vary from project to project, but if your aim is to find the most up-to-date and relevant content, you may need to search within just a few years. Language and other filters are available, and it's super important to save and record your searches. You may need an account to do this, depending on the platform, or if you're saving and recording your searches in Library Search, you'll need to be signed in. Some information about Boolean techniques. Boolean searching is the use of and, or, and not. These can be used to combine keyword searches, produce more relevant results. And serves to narrow results because all your search terms must be present in the individual article or book. Or broaden search terms because any of the terms may be present in the results that are retrieved. Not excludes words and narrows results. Use this with caution though, because you may exclude relevant material. There are other search techniques that you might need to be aware of, such as phrase searching, wildcards, and truncation. Phrase searching uses the speech marks to find exact matches. For example, feline diabetes. Wildcards use either a hashtag or a question mark, depending on the database. For example, there is an alternative way of spelling tumour, whether you're using British English or American English. The word tumour and tumour. So if we put a question mark where the U should be in British English, then most databases will retrieve both spellings. Using an asterisk after a root word searches for a variety of different endings of that word. So for example, if we search for prevent with an asterisk, search engines should retrieve results that have it prevented, prevention, preventing, prevents, and preventative in the results. Okay, so let's take a look at an example condition. Feline diabetes is my example condition today. So let's think about an alternative way of saying feline diabetes. We could say feline diabetes or diabetic cats. And it's important for us to use both of these search terms to widen our scope of results. Got feline diabetes or diabetic cats, but that might retrieve quite a lot of results. We need to be a bit more specific about what we actually want to find about this particular condition. We can do that with the result with the use of and. So feline diabetes or diabetic cats and medication or treatment. This is what a search strategy might look like for this particular search. Here we've used the advanced search in library search, which I'll be demonstrating soon. The availability of research assistants powered by AI is also an opportunity for students to find good and relevant materials. It's really important that we use these with caution, but I will be showing you how to access the Primo Research Assistant shortly. The library also offers support with referencing through resources such as Cite Them Right and RefWorks. My details are here if you need to contact me for any help and support. We can organise an appointment either one-to-one or via a small group. If you've got any questions on how to find specific resources for a specific project, I can sit down and help you with developing a strong search strategy for that particular project. We also have a bookable appointment system available through Starfish. This enables you to see any of the library team, any of the subject librarian team for an appointment. But if you specifically want to see me, I'd recommend that you contact me directly. Okay, after my demonstration of the library resources, I'd like you to think about a chosen condition, perhaps write down the different keywords, phrases, and perhaps prompts. Compare using the research assistant with library search and practice testing and saving your search. Okay, moving on to the live demonstration, I'm going to put those research strategies into action. So starting from the Student Hub, if you access the Library and IT option here and scroll down to the subject A to Z. Select V from the alphabetical list and access your veterinary medicine library guide. You may wish to bookmark this page so you can access it easily. Scrolling down on this page, my details are here. If you need to contact me, just click on my name. It should generate an email to myself. And if I'm on leave, please do contact my team. So we're going to start with searching for in library search. So I'm just going to search for feline diabetes. but this will only retrieve results that have that exact phrasing. It's prompting me to sign in, which I'm going to do so I can save my searches and save my individual articles. So for feline diabetes, we've got 678 results. Library Search is looking through multiple databases and journals at the same time and retrieving the results with the keywords that you ask it for. However, if we put an OR in with diabetic cats, I've used a little asterisk there, so feline diabetes or diabetic cats, and we search now, we should get more than 678 results. And we've got 5,765 results. However, that might be a bit too many. So if we do an advanced search, this puts the AND in for us and gives us an opportunity to search for more terms. So medication or treatment. And because we've added a new line, we should get less results. $3,870, and you could even make it more specific by using the term veterinary. You can specify further by geographical location. So if you're just looking for things in the UK, you could perhaps put UK in one of your search strings. So that's down to 929 results. I'd like to just access the articles. And using the filters will also narrow down your searches. And I'd also like to search for a shorter date frame, such as the last 5 years. So now I've got it down to a bit more of a digestible amount of results. They are all articles within the last 5 years that include the words diabetic cat, diabetic cats, feline diabetes, veterinary management and treatment or treatment. If I want to save any of the individual results, use the pin icon, which will save it to your favourites. If I want to save the entire thing, so all of the keywords that I've searched for, including any filters, then we should save the query. This will ask us, do you want to turn on notifications for this query? I'm going to dismiss that, but you may want to receive emails which have new information which match your search. To read the individual articles, select the Get PDF or the available online option. And whatever it says in the full text availability here. So it might say different things depending on which database it's pulled it from. Let's take a look at this Unpaywall, and this should take us through. If you're using your own device off campus, you may be required to log in. Okay, so it's taking me through, directly through, got the abstract and the full paper. This is from the Journal of Veterinary Medical Science. Okay, great. So that's how you use and access Library Search. However, you may also want to access the Research Assistant, which gives you the ability to ask a specific question. So how can vets treat feline diabetes? It's searching for the most 5 relevant results, but these may be from a variety of different sources and also a variety of different years. So we can see this one's 2016, this one's 2014. If you want to be more specific, about what you want. So I can ask the question here. This little toggle will ask me what I want. So journal articles in the last 12 months. Okay, and then we've got a set of results, which is, of course, your job to analyse, review, and even critique these sources. Let's take a look at this first one. We've got the download PDF, full text available online, and this will take us through to the original source. We can download the PDF here. So that's how you use and save your results within Library Search. Just going to go back to the Veterinary Medicine Library Guide, just to quickly show you how you can access your reading list for your modules. If you go to the reading list section, now the reading list should also be embedded into each Blackboard space. I'm just going to search for the first year veterinary reading list, and here it is. So this will also be embedded into the VM 1038 Blackboard space. If you click on this link here, you've got the different sections of the reading list. If you maximise one of the sections, you'll see how you can access the different variety of readings. Some of them may be marked as core, some of them may be marked as further reading. You see an ebook, you can select the View Online option, access the ebook through eBook Central or whatever else it says there, and then you can read the book online. So that concludes this literature searching session. Just like to remind you of the opportunity that you can do now in your own time to think about a chosen condition, perhaps do some test searches around that, do a comparison between using library search with keyword searching or using a natural question in the research assistant, but do test saving your results within library search. Thank you very much for listening. Take care.